Yo, what's going on, guys? DJ Hess here, CollectiveKicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys a detailed look and review of the Air Jordan 6 Maroon colorway that has the Nike Air on the back that ended up dropping the other week. This is definitely one of those colorways that were hit and miss for people. It had a lot of hype behind it because of the Nike Air on the back, as you can see there. And this is an OG colorway that came out back in the day. And actually, I do have the Soul Collector issue that I always reference. Shout out to Jumpman Bostic, as I have to say every single time, because he's the one that pointed me in this direction. But you can see right here the colors of the shoes. There's the infrareds here, black and white, and then the maroons here from 91. And then you have the carmines, these sport blue, or September blue as it says. So these are the original 5 colorways, and this one rounds out the last one that I needed for the OG colorways. You can see in here, though, it's really tough to tell if it's actually white or cream. It looks like it's actually white, and I'm not an expert on this stuff, but I'm sure you guys can find out if you just did a quick Google search if the original had cream or white. Obviously, these ones are a cream color. It's not, I mean, comparison to these ones, the cements that you can see there, this is definitely like an off-white. On the positive side, I actually really dig the off-white. I think it really, really looks dope, and it kind of brings out the maroon in the shoe, in my opinion. These things definitely sat on shelves. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested in purchasing them. You could probably get them for retail. $220 is the retail price, though. And I think that's what stung a lot of people also with the other holiday releases, the Aquas that came out, Cyber 1s, and then the Air Jordan 11s that came out the week later. Like, the fact that they bumped up the Air Jordan 11 7210s a week before the original release date definitely threw people for a loop. And then I think a lot of people were returning these so they could buy this other pair right here. So I think that's kind of the direction that these went in. For the newer sneakerheads, they didn't really care. It's not an OG color to them. Like, it is an OG color, but to them, they don't care about OG colors, I think, for the most part. But people did care about the Nike Air, and I thought that this would have been a driving force for people to buy them, because it seems like the hyped up kids, no disrespect out there to you guys, but like, you guys like to buy things with the catchiness of these things. And this is a prime example of that, because these are the cement Air Jordan 3s that had the Nike Air on the back, and people went nuts for these. And I think the part of the reason why is the resale on these ones are a lot higher than these ones, but I think that the production numbers for these ones were way, way lower than these ones. And that's probably the reason why these ones sat on shelves. They made so many of them that they were not hard to get. And even with the Nike Air, it wasn't enough to save the shoe to be able to be resold for like $100 more than retail. These ones, on the other hand, are a fan favorite in the 3s. Even though they already released like a couple years previous, they still sold out in this one. They called them the Retro 88s. The price point, a lot of people were pissed off that these were $220, and a normal Jordan Retro is $190 in the year 2015. However, I have to point out that these ones were $200 retail, and the price point on these Retros for this year were $170. So the fact that these ones were $170 normally, these ones are $200, then $190 and $220. So it was the $30 price raise from the original models to these ones that you can see here with the Nike Air on them. So that's kind of a little bit of a backstory on them, I guess. I thought the Nike Air would have definitely hyped them up more. Regardless, it was dope because I was able to get a pair easily, and it's always nice to be able to cop a pair if you guys are really wanting them. And a lot of people aren't overly into sneakers, and so it's nice to be able to go into the mall and go, oh wow, those ones are dope. That looks like an original colorway or something. Like, if they didn't know, then they'd be able to pick them up because they were there sitting. So anyway, close up of the shoe. There's some maroon hits here on the midsole, as you can see. Maroon Jumpman on the bottom, and then maroon, little baby bit of maroon right here, and then also on the inside. On the pull tab on the back, some maroon, and then the maroon tongue, obviously, and the Nike and the Jordan on the tongue for the lace holder, and then the Jumpman maroon, and then also the inserts in the bottom. Actually, you're not gonna be able to see it because of the lighting in here, but there it is right there, actually, the Nike Air on the insole. So that's kind of a cool thing, and I think a lot of people were saying that these are pretty true to the originals. Again, minus the coloring, which is something I don't know anything about. But at the end of the day, I think it's a good looking shoe, and I'll show you guys what they look like on feet right here. So leave a comment, let me know, did you guys pick up the maroon Air Jordan 6s with the Nike Air on the back or not? 2016, it sounds like they're going to be bringing back a ton of different sneakers with the Nike Air on the back. And do you think they're going to sit on shelves or not, depending on the shoes released and depending on how many pairs they made? I did a Jordan retro video, like why they're sitting on shelves. If you guys didn't check that video out, you should go back to my channel and search for it and find it, because I think that I bring up quite a few valid points as to reasons why they're sitting. But however many that they make of these upcoming ones, the metallic 5s, the cement 4s, like they're both fan favorites for those models. I'll be buying them because I definitely love those models, but curious to see if they're oversaturated, if the market's going to react and if they'll sit on shelves. I think it's a good thing if the market reacts and they sit on shelves. At the end of the day, it doesn't really cost Nike too much, if they're sitting on shelves and they make a sellout a month later instead of just a day. It's still a win for them. So at the end of the day, it gets them into the people's hands that actually wanted the product for the most part, versus just the people that are buying them to get rid of them and sell them. Nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, there's kind of contradicting markets all involved with the same purchase of one shoe. But we'll leave it at that. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment. Let me know if you guys cop these or reasons why you didn't. I'd like to hear that as well. And then, yeah, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. We'll catch you guys for some more videos soon. Peace, guys.